Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Dangerous Relationship. And we have come back to Subaru Oshima because I totally forgot that he had a story in the sub-story section. So we have a little bit more content with him. This is Sing Me Your Song of Love. Subaru and Ryohei make a bet, and you're the prize. Subaru assures you he'll win, but what? You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. That day, the studio was set up for a special kind of photography shoot. With Halloween near, instead of the usual outfit, Subaru was wearing a costume. How is it? Does it feel fine wearing it?
It's alright. I can move around just fine, and it looks pretty good, I think.
I'm glad to hear that. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this before.
Really? You could have fooled me. Everything down to the accessories look amazing.
Thanks! I put many hours into it, even outside of work. I smiled at Subaru, very thankful that his costume had come together so well. I stayed up all night thinking on what I could do to make her costume look even better.
Thanks, it really shows.
Subaru put his arm around me and hugged me. Subaru? Let me remind you we're still at work.
Yeah, but the prep is almost done already. There's no one around here but us. I know I'm not the only one holding back.
My cheeks warmed up and turned flush when he whispered that into my ear.
We've been so busy that there hasn't been a chance to get together. Aren't you lonely?
I am, but...
Then, come on.
His hand slipped inside my clothes, but looking at the clock I saw it was almost time. Subaru, no! I wanted to fool around as much as he did, but we couldn't risk it here at work. It was hard, but I put my feelings aside for now and pushed his hand away.
Why not?
Look at the time, man! Because...
Not even just a little?
You've been slacking too much at work lately. What I said was a little harsh, and I instantly regretted it. Subaru was about to say something back when someone knocked at the door. I stepped away from him and opened the door, ignoring his sulking frown. Hello, Ryohei. He had just finished his photo shoot and returned to the dressing room.
You were the one that designed this costume for me, right?
Yes, I had some extra cloth after making one for Subaru. Wait, so I make clothes too? I don't just put outfits together?
I heard you had good sense, but wow, I've never been so happy to put on clothes before.
Thank you. My face blossomed into a huge grin, having been recognized for my hard work.
Uh-oh.
Meanwhile, Subaru watched on with a grumpy face as the two of us spoke. He's still grumpy. Oh, that's not a good photo shoot. Smile, come on, man. Snap, snap. The flicker of the closing shutter filled the studio. Subaru changed up his pose a little bit after each photo, giving the camera a show. Yet, something about how he moved seemed different compared to his usual self.
You don't have to look so mad all the time. How about changing it up with something else? Sorry. Not that it's bad, but I've got plenty of that already. You want a seductive look or something?
He glanced over, and our eyes locked.
Yeah, like that. Show me more of that.
Subaru gleamed with a brilliant smile. It looked exactly like his face when we were alone in bed together. Being stared at like that was too much for me, so I had to step out of the studio. Oh, he's gonna be upset though. Oh, Ryohei. Did he follow me out? Subaru. I muttered to myself while heading back to the dressing room and taking a seat. I had come back to work, but with his face stuck in my head, I couldn't get anything done. And to think I was saying all those things to him earlier, look at me now. After work today, I promised I would make up to him all that missed time together lately. I've got a lot of work to take care of before that, though. When I finished prepping for the next shoot, I was about to return when the door opened. Are they on break now? The two of them started talking before I could get up and offer them some tea.
What's the matter, Subaru? What do you mean? You weren't acting like yourself back there. It's like you don't care. I was giving the cameraman what he wanted. It's called acting. You can't fool me with that.
Ryohei snapped back at Subaru, though neither of them noticed I was there.
I thought you were better than that. What? You're thinking so much about Dirili that you're failing at your job. You've got to be joking. I'm not. That's how it looks to me.
The silence and tension built until they walked back to continue the shooting. Knowing that this whole situation revolved around me felt overwhelming. However, the rest of the shoot finished smoothly, as if nothing had happened at all. When I came into the studio, the two men behaved just as they had all along. I did notice, however, that Subaru didn't look at me even once after that. That makes me kind of sad, but that feeling is what caused the problem to begin with. When night rolled around, Subaru and I went to our usual cafe. You've been doing nothing but sighing today.
I have? Sorry.
Is what Ryohei said to you still on your mind?
Huh?
He stared at me in disbelief, but I was glad enough to see him look at me again. I was actually in the dressing room when you two were arguing.
Oh, so you heard all that, and now I feel stupid.
Don't.
I just snapped back at him then, but he's right. To be honest, he had every reason to say that to me.
No.
You don't have to try and deny it. You even said the same thing, right? We're having a competition.
What?
You're the prize.
What are you getting at? He began telling me about his conversation with Ryohei after work was over.
Hey, Subaru, want to make a bet? About what? To see whether you're serious about work or not. So, how do you plan on judging that one? We're handing out candy to children for this Halloween event, right? Using that. Whoever passes out their candy first wins.
How does that mean anything?
If you beat me, I'll apologize for what I said today. But if you're like today, with your mind on Dirili, there's no way I can lose. Fine, I got my pride to protect. I'm in. Do you think you could beat me? Of course. Then, if you're so confident, whoever wins gets to take Dirili on a date. What do you say about it now?
Subaru squeezed my hand tight as he finished telling me the story.
I can't lose. There's no way I'll let anyone else touch you.
October 31st came, and the two men were in costume and all ready for the big event. Their fans lined up, growing impatient with so much enthusiasm as the starting time neared. Gosh, even I'm getting nervous here. I had all the faith in the world that Subaru would win. But what if he loses? Do I really have to go on a date with Ryohei?
Dirili.
Subaru?
Why do you look so worried?
Because.
You don't think I can win?
Of course you can.
You're so bad at lying.
He glanced around us to make sure no one was around and hugged me.
Don't worry, I won't lose. I would hate to see you with anyone but me.
Can I trust you?
Of course. You ever doubted me?
No.
Then you don't have to look so worried.
Okay.
You're awfully confident.
Ryohei.
Don't look at me like that, please.
For what this event might bring, fear filled my eyes when I looked at him. He looked back. His smile was just as worried as mine. Really, I shouldn't have made that awkward bet, buddy.
Even I want to know what it feels like to be at your side.
Oh. His sudden words left me speechless. It almost seemed like he had feelings for me.
Even I want to know the worth of someone next to me. I always thought to myself, if it was you, then I could be happy.
At first, Subaru was stunned like me, but he quickly stepped between Ryohei and me.
I'm not going to lose to you. For her and for me, I can't lose. I don't plan to lose either. It's time. Let's go then. Our fans are waiting for us.
Ryohei walked off, overflowing with confidence.
I will win. I couldn't bear seeing you with him, or with anyone else.
He leaned in, swiftly stealing a kiss from my lips. And I can't bear to be with anyone but you.
I'll win, I promise.
He squeezed my hand, inspiring my confidence before following the path of Ryohei. A few moments later, the wild screams of children signaled the start of the event. The kids sprinted toward them, eager to meet these stars from TV. Their mountain of candy quickly dwindled as they passed out candy to the children. I watched on closely, hoping that Subaru claimed victory with all my heart. Thank you, Ryohei. I'm always listening to your songs.
Really, thanks. I'm glad you like them. I'm so glad you came.
Me too. Ryohei's amiable character and fame as an idol was impressive. It was no surprise that the children scrambled to meet him.
Hey kids, I've got lots of candy, so make a line and come get some.
Subaru called out to them, but their eyes were all focused entirely on Ryohei. Oh, it's so sad! But then again, you would expect kids to go for idols rather than rock stars. They're too young to be fans of rock stars. This isn't a fair competition. As time went on, he was losing more and more of their attention to him. At this rate, Subaru was going to lose. I would have to step in as a last resort. Subaru!
What? Why do you have my guitar?
I don't want you to lose to Ryohei.
I don't want to lose to him either.
Then sing.
Sing?
Sing a children's song. You need to get their attention.
But I'm a rock star. You want me to sing a children's song?
He glared at me like I had just insulted him. It wasn't in his reputation as a rock star to do something like that. But you want to win, don't you? Go on, you can turn a children's song into a rock song.
I can win without doing something like that.
You haven't been doing so well yet, buddy.
Besides, singing like that will be bad for my image. You just sit there and wait. I'll win somehow.
Is your pride more important than me? Are you going to hold on to that pride and lose just because of that? How will you win without your voice? That's your one and only weapon. If you really care about me, sing. Subaru, please. I know the children will come to you as soon as they hear your voice.
Do you really think my voice is that special?
I do. It has the power to reach people's hearts, and children are probably the same.
Fine.
Taking the guitar from me, he strummed, making all the children look his way. Each and every one of their faces was glowing with a smile.
It's song time. Come sing with me. Who knows how to sing the song Choo Choo Train?
I do! I do!
Here we go.
Subaru sang in a gentle voice, much different than his usual stage appearances. As he did, more and more children turned his way and gathered around him. He can win like this! The children happily sang along, while I helped pass out candy to them.
Thanks for singing along. We'll do another, so grab some candy from this nice lady here.
Subaru pointed toward me with a wink. I felt a bit embarrassed, but I was happy enough to be helping Subaru win. It was a long and exhausting day, but the event winded down when the sun started setting. All the children had long left, and all signs the event had taken place were already gone. Except for the Halloween decorations.
I never imagined you would ever sing a children's song. I didn't have the luxury to care about it.
Whoa! He slipped his arm around me and pulled me close.
I wasn't about to hand Dirili over to you. Well, I lost. I had no chance once you started singing.
Ryohei shrugged, looking rather sullen.
Seeing you put aside your pride and sing like that was really cool. Don't you ever forget that.
Ryohei turned to me and bowed.
I'm sorry to have put you through all this. I couldn't stand watching Subaru lose his focus on work. Plus, I've always felt something for you.
Oh, wait your turn.
Ryohei. Sorry. Well, I'm the one who lost, so I better leave you two alone. Bye.
Ryohei bowed to us and ran off without another word. Ryohei really respects you, doesn't he?
But he worried me with what he said. If he ever comes to you, tell me.
Subaru sounded concerned about Ryohei, but his eyes watched him leave fondly. Shall we head out too?
To where?
On a date, of course. Don't you miss me as much as I miss you? Subaru beamed a smile when he heard me and clenched my hand tight. Home sweet home.
Nice to be back.
It's been a while since our last date, hasn't it? It was fun.
Yeah, but it ain't over yet.
Subaru swept his arms around my waist and held me. His breath brushed my ear from behind and tickled my skin. That tickles. Are you drunk?
You're the one who's drunk.
Huh?
Dirili.
Subaru, wait! Let's get inside first!
To the bed? Can I touch you like this on the bed then?
His sweet voice and soft fingers teased me, making my mind swim with pleasure. Subaru!
It's been so long I can't stop myself. Besides?
Besides?
I almost lost you to someone else.
Only for a date? It's not like it would have been the end of the world.
I want to feel you and make sure you're still mine.
You're still worried about that? I don't intend to be with anyone but you. His eyes wavered with doubt and worry, but he then leaned in and kissed me. I'm sorry for saying things to you at that Halloween shoot.
And I'm sorry for thinking about you at work and letting it get in the way. I just want you so much that I can't think of anything else.
Just so you know, I think about you at work too.
But you're calm enough to keep those thoughts at bay.
You're just so wild that you can't.
Maybe.
Subaru smirked while rubbing his hands past the sensitive area.
You're so weak when it comes to this.
And you're a bully.
Do you hate me then?
No, I love you. Our lips pushed together as our bodies intertwined and fell into bed. We bounced high off the springs, making us both giggle and laugh.
Work is over. It's time for play. Is it okay to feel you a little closer now?
His gaze drew me in and enthralled me. Nothing was on my mind but him.
I'll make you sing like an angel. Sing me your song of love.
I will. Finn. So now that's officially it for Subaru. It's too bad there aren't sub-stories for anyone else. Well, if it had to be anyone, I'm glad it was these two. Yes, so after this we'll be starting Akira Senba. So join me there if you will, or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye everybody.